Good afternoon once more. My name is Kenneth Umukoro, and today I want to talk about the key roles of an accountant in a construction industry. An accountant in a construction company has responsibilities that goes beyond standard bookkeeping because construction projects involves contracts, budgets, progress payments, subcontractors, materials, and equipment costs. Now, I'm going to talk about the key rules of accountants in a construction company. One of them is project cost tracking. Project cost tracking. And this involves the monitoring of cost for each construction project separately. In this case, you don't have to merge all project costs together because there are scenarios where you have more than one project. A company can have more than one project running, and you are not supposed to merge or accumulate all the cost of these projects together. You are meant to have a separate project costing program for each of them. Okay. Now, secondly, we have the budgeting and financial planning. This part is very essential, very essential, and this part involves a structured planning for all projects. When the project, from the beginning of the project, you have to do what we call budgeting. That budgeting gives you the analysis and the structural planning of how to manage the project, both the costing, the inflow, the outflow, and everything that entails the project. So there has to be a structural plan for the project, and this also entails identifying potential costs overall that overrun all the projects, right? Then thirdly, we have the job costing. Now, this is allocation of cost to the project. Allocation of cost to the project. That's the job costing. All the jobs that will take place in the project, you have to cost them separately so that you'll be able to know the cost of each stage of the project. Okay. Then fourthly, accounts payable management. The accounts payable management. This is an account that shows all the payables in the project, which includes process supplies and subcontractors invoices. All the subcontractors invoices, the payment for all subcontractors, the carpenters, the iron benders, the mason, all their invoices and payment for all these subcontractors. That is the accounts payable management. Then another one is the account receivable management. The account receivable management entails the preparation of all the invoices received from the client. That's all the payments you get from the client or customers, as the case may be. Maybe if your construction also have to do with maybe sales of materials or sales of whatever there. Like for example, maybe in your construction company, you also, apart from just the structural aspect of it, you also do sales of things like, let's say, sales of things of like mixed concrete, or you also sell other construction materials. So the account receivables, both the receivables from the client, receivable from customers, have to be what? Duly prepared. Then we also have the cash flow management. The cash flow management entails all the inflows and the outflows. The inflows, the money that comes in, and the outflows, which is the expenses that are all incurred in this project. The expenses, payment for labor, payment for materials, payment for other PRs, payment for other miscellaneous like the prelims, and other maybe environmental payment and all of that. Those are the outflows. Then the inflows, all the money that comes into the project, these are supposed to be well prepared and kept. Then we also have the financial reporting. which is very, very important. The financial reporting entails the monthly, quarterly, and yearly financial statement of the project. It must be well kept and well prepared, because from these financial reports you'll be able to tell if the project is making progress, if the project is making, if the project the company is making profit from the project or running into loss. From the financial reports you'll be able to tell the total expenses and the total inflows, and from there you'll be able to analyze the progress of the contract. Okay, so these are few or some of the key roles of an accountant in a construction company. I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.